Well. Chig's doing a madness. And I'm doing a madness because it's seemingly Arsenal are doing a madness. But what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Green Eagle Eye coming to you yet again with some more Arsenal news. Let's face it, people. It's the 31st of January, so it was always going to happen. I was always going to come here and spit straight fire to you fools. Essentially, yeah. There's no other way of saying it. Somebody's actually signed a new deal with us. Yes. And not only is it just any kind of somebody, it's Mesut Ozil. Oh, thank God for that. I'll be honest, you probably noticed when people come on here and they say that, oh, Mesut's going to leave, Mesut ain't going to sign, Mesut's going to do this, Mesut's going to do that, that I didn't say anything. Because I wanted... I'm a pessimist, generally. I have a very pessimistic point of view. It's a lot to do with my job. A lot of my job is about thinking about worst case scenario. So because I think about worst case scenario, it's always good to plan for worst case scenario. You know, one of my favorite sayings is, you know, hope for the best, plan for the worst. And that's generally my attitude. And I think that's the sort of attitude I need to have in a job. And it's definitely the sort of attitude you need to have as an Arsenal fan. Unfortunately, the Arsenal board are not very good for planning for the worst. They're all full of hope for the best, not so much planning for the worst. So I think once it got to January and we still didn't hear anything, and then Alexis fucked off and there was still no news, I think a lot of us felt like, okay, Mesut's probably following him. And then you used to hear these stories every day that Mesut's likely to sign a deal, and we're kind of like sat there thinking, yeah. And I think all of us had heard that a good 5-6 times, probably week after week, of a different headline saying Mesut's about to commit, Mesut's due to sign, Mesut is set to sign. You know, that type of stupid headline. But then today, just after we're just starting to settle back from this Aubameyang deal, it breaks that Mesut Ozil has signed a 3.5-year contract. Now, yeah, it's a lot of money we're paying him. All right, it's not United 500,000 a week wages, but it's not to be sniffed at. 350,000 a week. Let's be honest, there ain't a lot I wouldn't do for 350,000 a week. I'll tell you that for fucking free. In a lot of ways, this is just as good news as the Aubameyang deal. I've heard some people say it's even better. I'm not sure I'd go that far, but it's just as good. I mean, talk about timing. In terms of yesterday, between the Aubameyang deal and this, fair play, Arsenal. Fair play. They paid Mesut a lot of money to stay. And if Alexis Sanchez was offered this and he still fucked off, then you guys should not even shed a tear for him. I'm glad with Mesut has signed. He always came across as someone who was more comfortable in the job anyway. And I don't mean the way this is going to sound. This will sound like a criticism towards him. And it ain't. If anything, it's more of a criticism towards the manager. Even I have to admit this. Wenger is a Mesut Ozil type of manager. He is. He won't scream and shout at him and demand the very best from him in like maybe a Jose fashion. But what Wenger will do is he'll quietly encourage and support, and, you know, and you're probably sat there thinking, all right, well, Mesut's been amazing this season, so what's your point, Jig? Are you trying to tell me that Wenger's way is working? Easy. It's still taken 3.5 years to get to Mesut being amazing. Where was this shit 3 years ago? But you know what? I won't complain. You know, I really won't complain. For me, this is fantastic news. I still wish Wenger demands more out of him, but I can't deny it. Mesut at the moment, and I never thought I would say this, deserves every single penny of that 350,000. Spend it well, my friend. I think you have just secured your legacy at Arsenal just by extending the deal. As stupid as it sounds, just by extending the deal, I think you've secured your Arsenal legacy, my friend. Thank you for signing the contract, I guess. I feel so cheesy saying that. But brilliant news. Really, really happy with that news. You guys let me know what you think about Mesut signing. I know in particular, you guys are probably waiting for someone else to do a certain video on that. So am I. Believe me. And when that happens, I'll share it on my profile. But anyway, you guys leave a comment down below. Also, if you're listening to me for the first time, crush that like button and hit that subscribe button for me. I appreciate every time you guys do that. All right, I'm out of here. Probably be back shortly with the jewelry video. And until then, take care. Peace.